The Scariest Story Ever Told, written by Colin, Nissan, published in the New Yorker in 2015. At the end of a quiet road, behind a veil of twisted black oak trees, there was a house. A woman lived there. On bitter cold nights like this one, she sat by the fire and read until she grew tired enough for sleep. But on this night, as her eyelids grew heavy, she was startled by a sound she was not accustomed to hearing these days. Who could be calling, she wondered, and this late? She rose from her chair and picked up the phone. "Hello." "I'm going to kill you," said a man with a deep voice. "Who is this?" No answer. "Who is this?" she repeated, her hand trembling. There was a click and then silence. The woman quickly dialed the police and explained what had happened. The officer told her to wait while he traced the call. After a moment, he said, "The call is coming from inside your house." "That doesn't make sense. How could someone be inside my house?" The officer answered, "He probably broke in." "Oh yeah, that does make sense." He continued, "That's not all. I'm not really a police officer." "You're not?" "No, I'm the killer guy from before. I never actually hung up. But I heard a click." The man on the phone made a clicking sound with his tongue. "Like that?" he asked. The woman said, "Wow, that's really good." "Thanks," said the man on the phone. The woman asked, "So, are you really inside my house?" "Yeah, totally." "Where?" The man's breathing grew heavier. "I like your hair." "Wait, you can see me?" "Yes." "Wait. You like my hair?" "It's very nice." "If you can see me, then what am I wearing?" The man on the phone answered, "Looks like a blouse from Banana Republic and a skirt from Ann Taylor Loft." "Wow, you really can see me." "That's not all. I can also see..." "Wait! What the hell is that?" "What?" "There's a ghost hovering near you." "It's sort of hard to trust you after that click thing." "No, I'm serious. Over by the couch." The woman turned and gasped, "Oh my God, I see it." "I knew this place was haunted." The man on the phone said, "Holy cow, is it a kid?" "Ew, it's all translucent." The woman said, "Looks like a little boy." The man on the phone said, "What does he want?" The woman answered, "I think he wants to play. He's holding a kite." The ghost boy floated closer and said, "Play with me." The man on the phone said, "Oh my God, he can talk." The ghost boy repeated, "Play with me." The man on the phone said, "No thank you." The woman said, "He can't hear you." "Put me on speaker." The woman said, "Hold on. Try now." The man on the phone said, "We do not want to play with you, okay, Junior? Just run along." The ghost boy cocked his head to one side and said, "Why? Playing is fun." "No, it's not," said the man on the phone. There was a heavy silence for several moments. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Douglas said, "Expecting someone?" It rang again. Ellen walked over and opened the door. Standing there was a hulking man in ratty clothes, barely concealing a bloodied machete behind his back. Pardon me, ma'am. My car broke down. And I was wondering if I could recharge my phone in your house. Ellen said, "Sorry, I don't think so," and started to close the door. The man shoved his foot inside and said, "Well, I do think so." Ellen stumbled and fell to the floor. Douglas shouted, "Who the hell is that?" "I'm a homicidal drifter," said the drifter, looking confused. "Who the hell are you? And where is that voice coming from?" Ellen explained, "He's a killer hiding in my house." Then, holding up the phone, she said, "His name is Douglas." The drifter looked around nervously. "Hiding? Where?" The ghost boy said, "He's in the closet." The drifter said, "What the hell is that?" The ghost boy answered, "I'm a ghost. I used to live here like 100 years ago. Would you like to play with me?" The drifter said, "Hell no, I don't want to play with you. What's going on in here?" The ghost boy yelled, "What's going on is no one will play with me." Douglas screamed, "Look, kiddo, no one wants to fly a kite at night, so give it up." The ghost boy began to cry. Ellen chided, "Now you've made him cry, Douglas." Douglas said, "Sorry if I'm a little on edge because you let a killer into the house." Ellen retorted, "First of all, I didn't let him in. He barged in." The drifter said, "It's true, I did." Ellen continued, "Second of all, you're a killer too, Douglas." The drifter said, "Touché." Ellen added, "Third of all, don't say sorry to me. Say sorry to the dead kid." Douglas sighed. Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you." The ghost boy smiled, and everyone seemed to relax for a while. Until the doorbell rang again. Ellen walked toward the door. In unison, the other three shouted, "Don't!" Ellen opened the door. She peered outside, but there was no one there. Just a large wooden box on the front step. Ellen said, "There's a box out here with no label or anything." The drifter said, "I've got a bad feeling about this box." Ellen carried it inside, set it down, then turned to the drifter. "May I?" The drifter wiped his machete on his pants and handed it to Ellen. She popped open the top of the box, reached in, and pulled out a tattered clown doll with a sinister grin. Douglas shouted, "What is it?" Ellen answered, "It's a tattered clown doll with a sinister grin." The ghost boy whined, "I don't want to play with a clown doll." The drifter said, "Why don't we just put this thing back in the box before it gives us all nightmares, okay?" Ellen said, "Look, there's a string." And she began to pull the string before anyone could object. The clown began to wheeze. Its eyes shifted from side to side, and an eerily cheerful song emanated from its open mouth. "Welcome to my circus of fun. There's no place to hide, there's no place to run. You're all my guests inside the big top. I'm going to kill you all." Basically. The clown let out a terrible cackle. Douglas said, "I'm really psyched you pulled the string, Ellen. I mean, come on." The ghost boy said, "What did the clown mean?" The drifter answered, "I think it was pretty clear. He's going to kill us all, basically. Ellen asked, how is a doll going to kill us? Each of them silently surveyed the room in anticipation. Suddenly the lights went out. The ghost boy screamed, what happened? Who did that? The drifter said, I can't see a thing. It's too dark. Through the darkness, Ellen let out a cry. Oh, no! Douglas shouted, Ellen, what is it? The drifter said, it's the clown. It must have killed her. And we're next. The ghost boy sobbed. He killed Ellen. Seconds later, the lights flickered back on. Ellen was still very much alive, and she raised her hands to her face. My stupid contact lens slid out of place, she said, spreading her eyelids apart and poking at her pupil. It's so annoying. The drifter squirmed. Oh, please don't do that, Douglas asked, with dread in his voice. What's she doing? The ghost boy was wincing as he answered. She's touching her actual eyeball with her actual finger. Ellen maneuvered her finger deeper into her eye and explained, it's a real slippery one. I can't get a grip on it. Douglas gagged. Oh my God, that is so vile. The drifter raised his fist to his mouth with a grimace as Ellen pressed her thumb against her wet, quivering eyeball for leverage. Ugh! Now I think it's folded up under my eyelid. Then, stretching out her eyelid, she asked, can someone look and tell me if they can see it? There was a click from the phone. Ellen said, Douglas? Was that a real click? The ghost boy faded into the wall, saying, I'm out of here. Ghost boy? Said Ellen. Then she heard the front door opening behind her. Drifter? You too? The drifter turned toward her with a dazed look. I hate this place. Then he dropped the machete from his limp hand and walked into the darkness.